It's TMNT time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Super7 TMNT Ultimates Leonardo figure. The first one I'm gonna review out of Wave 2, of course. I have the entire wave. Don't worry, all the reviews are gonna come in, but I have to start off with the turtle, right? I mean, anything else would just be wrong. We have this nice Super7 box. We've seen the exact same design from Wave 1, obviously. I like the idea. It has some of that old school flair to it with like the walls and whatnot. But this is the figure on itself. Has a nice design. Has the turtle logo, obviously. A little bit of bio in the back, but yeah. If you want to keep this in the box, I think this is a very cool collection. But I'm not all about the box stuff. I want to have the actual figure in my hand. So let's go. But before I even have a look at anything else, I want to get this one right out of the way. This is the exact same body mold that we had for Wave 1 RAF, even down to the battle damage in the shell. You can tell like the little scratches here and there, down there, and also in the back. You got the two big scratches in the middle, and like some smaller ones on the side. It's a bit disappointing, but on the other hand, this is what everybody's doing. You have four turtles. They look identical in the show. They look identical as figures from every other line. So, you know, that's just the nature of creating TMNT figures. They're always just the same. So now with that, let's have a look at Leo. Actually, he stands at about 15 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we're going up to a little shy of 6 inches tall. For the size comparisons, I got Jolter, Wave 1 RAF, again, NECA Mirage Leonardo, NECA Movie Leonardo, SH Figure Arts Leonardo, the original Playmates Toys, but this is really based off Leonardo, and Darkseid. I know there were a lot of Leonardos, but that's part of the fun, isn't it? Now let's have a look at this Leonardo. Overall, paint, look, and detail, the face sculpt, the entire head, really captures the old school toy. You got another head sculpt which looks a little bit more modern, looks a little bit more detailed, but I love these, and I love that they're giving you the option. There's like molded detail in the bandana and every other fabric on the turtle, well, what's supposed to be fabric in the show. White eyes, clean white teeth, and not really any issues with the paint. There are some spots of green on the blue, but I don't see anything major. I don't see any bleeding. This is just like shiny. Now the body mold, as I mentioned with the shell, there's some battle damage in it. It is a black shell, just more accurate to the tune, to the not cartoon, actually to the Playmates figures, which all have like black shells. I don't know why RAF had a little bit more of a brighter one. Have a very detailed belt though, that is what is different. Also have some beautiful texturing, making it look like leather that much more. The belts, the bolts on here, the little gray metallic spots look nice. Don't have any trouble with that. And the L and some more added detail around the belt over here. It's very much appreciated. I love the look of it. The belt also is not connected on the sides. It is connected in the middle. Obviously, it is connected in the belt back there. And then to the lower part. So it is somewhat movable. You cannot take it off like the old school belts. That would have been a nice feature actually, now that I think about it. But from the looks of it, I don't believe you can. And I'm not gonna try it out and break this figure. So, now you got some more battle damage in the front of the shell, have a nice kind of orangey color going on, which is a lot more bright, and it does stand out a lot more with Leo because he has the darker color scheme for the green, which has been a thing for the original toys, obviously. Have painted fingernails with a bit of more of a light green, and also tons of muscle detail. I love this with the one vein. They look really freaking buff in like different incarnations, but for the most of them, again, old school toys, they look super buff. And also you look at these calf muscles over here, it's amazing. More wrinkles up here and the ball joints for the articulation. Moving down to some more battle damage in the knee pads, and the toes are also painted just like the fingernails. And there's some more wrinkles on it, some more muscle detail, a lot to take in. And really the mold is fantastic. Also has some shading in the cracks over here in the to really accentuate the muscles. And overall, I'm happy with that. Good quality and a great look. Now where this figure could be a little bit better is with the articulation. That is, from what I can tell, well, let me have a look at it. Yeah, it's double ball with a pack in between as such. Does move back and forth like that, side to side. Rotates all the way around, goes up, goes not really that much down, and does tilt side to side. It's also pretty loose. It does stay in place, but yeah, not the greatest. Then we have a big hinge in the shoulder, goes up like that, rotation in the shoulder itself. Actually, no, I can't really move this one around. It should, but it doesn't. You don't have a butterfly joint or anything to bring it forward, unfortunately. Got a bicep swivel, simple hinge in the elbow, and another hinge in the hand. You have one of these hands which has a hinge that goes side to side, which is cool for some more sword poses. Don't really have anything in the torso, which is, they could have done something there because I feel like it's just covered up with a little bit more rubbery material. Have some wiggle motion on the hips, can bring that forward side to side, and also rotates. For your legs, they go forward, go out to the sides. There's the big ball hinge in there, and doesn't really go to the back because of the shell. Rotates in there pretty freely, and is also same, kind of loose. It does stay in place, but it's very easy to move it around, which I'm just fearing that over time that becomes an issue. Then you got the hinge. The hinges itself are pretty nice and tight. You got the one hinge over here, which is weirdly molded. I had the same thing with Ralph, where I was talking about a double hinge would have gone a long way, and it's just weird how the knee pad now looks, is like under the knee itself. Got a beautiful pivot side to side, and a hinge goes forward and to the back a lot. So stability is good, but just a little bit more range would have gone a long way. Now for the accessories, first there's like ninja stars in here. I refuse to take those out. I'm just going to keep that in because they're just going to lay around, fly around, and it's going to be annoying. So you got that, have a nice metallic paint job, which also has a nice metallic paint job and is much more interesting as far as weapons go. The swords, obviously. Have like nice and golden handle and a little bit of a brownish red on there. They go over the line in some parts a little bit, especially with the gold. It has more like a bronze look to it, the more I look at it. Overall, it looks good. I love the metallic, and the sword looks clean. It is not rubbery, so I wouldn't bend it too much. It might break, and obviously, you got to. They have the same size because this is old school TMNT. I say that because in 2012 they had like different sizes actually. You got some more of old school Japanese weaponry, which was also always included with the old school figures, which as kids we never cared about, but hey, this is the nostalgia trip, so it's cool that they're adding that, and I appreciate it, and it's very nicely done. Got some nice metallic and even some shading in the handle. You also got this thing. The metal spoon is not a spoon, but I don't know what this is called. You can clear me up, you can tell me in the comments if you know. I'm not well versed with these things. And this thing. Now with that out of the way, there's the different head sculpt, which I feel like has a lot more comic book vibe. Is more detailed, has like wrinkles around the eyes and whatnot. And it looks equally as fantastic as the other head sculpt. Also has a lot longer bandana, which should be noted. You cannot move around the bandanas, neither on this one nor the other one. You also have the old school weapons rack, which has all the weapons that you have in this set, but unpainted and connected to this rack, which was a feature, again, of the old school toy. A cool little nod for collectors. Then you have a slice of pizza, which looks kind of dirty overall. It looks kind of weird, like they tried to add some dark shading with it, but it looks like has been in the oven a little bit too long. And you got a turtle comb, nice and detailed, with the picture on, well, not really a picture on that, just a blue screen and the turtle symbol, well, the turtle shell, and a little bit of metallic in the back, and the turtle comb when it's flipped together, which looks pretty cool. For the hands, you got open hands, mostly for posing or for holding the pizza. Then you got holding hands, which have the hinge that go up and down. other two the ones that go side to side, which we have on the figure, and obviously fist hands for beating up the Foot Clan. And that's gonna do it. That's gonna bring me to the final thoughts for this Leonardo figure. And pretty simple with this one. If you're a person that values posability over anything else, then I'd say this figure is not for you. Sure, the posability is okay, but it could be better, especially at the price point. However, I love, I always said it, I always repeat myself, that I love the idea of taking the old school toys and bringing it back, making it for the collector, more detailed, better articulated than it was back in the day, like 30 years ago. So that is very much appreciated. The mold is great, the paint job is amazing, and the accessories are everything they should be and a little bit more. So as such, I will recommend this one for TMNT fans, and even if you're a fan of the design. It is a bit pricey, and that's why I really wish the articulation was a bit better. But anything else, I can't really complain about it. So, recommend it. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Leonardo wants. Like some double hinges at the knees and elbows. That'd be nice.